I've always been quite a goal-driven person, but then two things happened. Firstly, I started to meet goals that I'd had for a really long time. Some of these goals I'd had for over a decade. So a decade of hard work, consistency, focus, and then I met these goals and I felt exactly the same. I didn't feel any happier whatsoever. The second thing that happened at roughly the same time was that things were doing all fine in family and life and business, and then we were hit by a global pandemic. Now, I know this is true all the time, but the pandemic really taught us that things aren't in our control. The outcomes of our actions aren't in our control. The world doesn't care about your goals, and things can take you off track at any moment that aren't in your control. So for a while, I became completely disillusioned with goals and goal setting. If achieving goals didn't make me happier, and if actually achieving goals wasn't really in my control anyway, why should I be setting them? So I kind of went down this Stoic philosophy route of just focusing on the things that are in my control. And the Stoics would say that the only things in your control are your thoughts and your actions. So stick to the process and the outcome will just be what it will be. So I thought long and hard about the actions that I wanted to be taking and the processes that I wanted to make so that they would add value to my life. But I didn't have any goals because I didn't really think they would be worth it. But after a while, I started to miss goals and I missed the hustle of trying to achieve something. And honestly, that did confuse me because I already knew that achieving goals didn't make me happy, and I already knew that the outcome of whether you would achieve it or not isn't totally in your control. So why was I missing having goals? And then I read an article by Nat Eliason, which I'll link in the description below. In it, he said that the point of having goals is not that achieving goals will make you happier, but the point of having goals, especially stretch goals that scare you a little bit, is to force you into a lifestyle that is going to make you a better version of yourself. And honestly, this was such a penny drop moment for me. I realized that when you're setting goals, you're not setting them to achieve the goal. You're setting it because trying to achieve it is going to make you the version of you that you want to be. So let me give you an example. I recently signed up to an ultra marathon, so-called Ultra Trail Snowdonia. It's in the mountains in the UK. Here's a photo of the race that I'm going to be doing. It terrifies me. I live in Essex, which is one of the flattest counties in the UK, and I'm going to be doing one of the toughest races with the highest elevation gain that's available in the UK. If I don't train for this race, it will break me. I need to be consistent. I can't miss workouts. I need to fill in the gaps in my function. So if I notice weaknesses in my stability and my strength and my cardio, I need to fill that gap. Otherwise, this race will break me. I am nervous about this race. But this is already shifting how I'm behaving. I haven't missed any workouts. I'm running 4 days a week. I'm doing 2 strength sessions a week. I'm paying attention to if there's any gaps in what I'm able to do. And that's the sort of person I want to be. I want to be someone who's progressing themselves and not shying away from the hard workouts and not hitting the snooze button. Not that my kids ever let me do that, but I'm not avoiding the hard things anymore because this goal of running this ultra marathon is forcing me into this new lifestyle. The race will be fun, it'll be an epic day out, I'm really looking forward to it, but actually I'm loving this process now of trying to get ready for this race, and that's the most important thing. Since thinking this way, I've gone through other areas of my life, like my family, my business, my finances, and I've set stretch goals, scary goals. I don't really care about achieving them anymore, but I am really going to try and achieve them because it's the really trying that changes your behavior that is going to make me, hopefully, become the version of me I want to be. So, as Nat says, what large goals can you make that will force you to change your life in an interesting way? And I'd love to know what you choose down in the comments. And until next time, have a healthy and happy week.